Zhangjiang, China, September 29, 2025. A merciless swarm of colossal tornadoes tore through Zhangjiang City, Guangdong, obliterating thousands of homes and public structures in a relentless rampage. Terrified residents abandoned all possessions, fleeing in sheer panic as nature unleashed its fury. That morning, Zhangjiang's serene coastal calm shattered abruptly, ambushed by an unpredictable catastrophe. From the sea, a monstrous black funnel surged upward, a leviathan dragging clouds and waves in its wake as it barreled toward land. In moments, the vibrant blue sky was swallowed by a suffocating apocalyptic gray. Lightning seared the heavens, and winds roared like 1,000 slashing blades, slicing through the air with savage intensity. Zhangjiang had never witnessed such raw, violent power. Mr. Lin, a warehouse manager, recounted the horror. "I was inspecting the power system when an unearthly scream filled the air. In a heartbeat, the entire roof was torn away, steel beams twisting like brittle twigs. I bolted outside only to see metal sheets spiraling chaotically through the sky. Anyone caught inside that warehouse would have been doomed." On September 29th, Chinese netizens flooded social media with chilling footage. A towering funnel, hundreds of meters high, writhed with ferocious energy, shredding rooftops, hurling cars, and uprooting power poles and trees in a deafening roar. The air thickened with dust and debris, visibility plummeting to mere meters. People fled in desperation, some seeking refuge in sturdier buildings, others crouching low, clutching their heads. Praying for survival, Mr. Jia from Zhangjiang's outskirts shared his terror. The sky blackened in minutes. The wind shrieked like a banshee. Suddenly, my neighbor's roof tore free, soaring past my head like a monstrous bird. I scrambled inside, hands over my head as crash after crash pounded my roof. I was certain the house would collapse. Zhangjiang's Emergency Management Bureau reported multiple tornadoes striking simultaneously across Xiashan, Chikan, Potu, Muzhang, and Donghai Island. At 9 a.m., the Meteorological Bureau issued a red alert, the highest warning for thunderstorms and gale force winds. Coastal wind speeds surpassed force 12. Rivaling a ferocious typhoon with conditions ripe for even larger tornadoes. Authorities scrambled, ordering the evacuation of thousands in the storm's path. Factories, warehouses, and flimsy tin-roofed homes, vulnerable to the tornado's wrath, were cleared urgently. In Potu District, the hardest-hit area, a woman named Tan wept as she recalled. I stepped outside just as the wind slammed into me, nearly throwing me down. A massive billboard ripped free from the supermarket, crashing onto a nearby roof. My windows shook, then shattered, glass shards flying like shrapnel. It felt like the apocalypse. Despite warnings, the tornado's breakneck speed outpaced preparation. In minutes, devastation reigned. Roofs were peeled away like fragile leaves. Power poles snapped, littering streets. Cars flipped helplessly. Billboards sailed dozens of meters through the air. Once bustling streets became war zones, strewn with concrete, bricks, and jagged metal. After the funnels passed, the city resembled a battlefield. Uprooted trees sprawled across roads. Tangled wires dangled from broken poles, blocking paths. Hundreds of rooftops lay in ruins, leaving hollowed-out homes trembling against nature's wrath. Mrs. Yao, A street vendor sobbed before her shattered shop. My glass door exploded, shards scattering inside. I cowered behind a shelf, trembling, praying. The ceiling fan ripped free, crashing inches from me. Goods flew everywhere, metal frames buckled. Now, all I see is rubble. At 12:40 p.m., Zhangjiang's meteorological center issued another dire warning. Tornadoes would continue ravaging Xiashan, Chikan, Potu, Muzhang, and Donghai Island for the next 1 to 2 hours, with Nanshan town at gravest risk. Residents were urged to abandon weak structures, avoid glass, seek solid shelter, and disconnect all electronics. A 12-year-old boy, Hao, still shaking, described his ordeal. I was filming the sky when the funnel appeared. The wind was unreal. Trees snapped, my bike was swept away. Fabric from a nearby factory flapped in the air like a broken kite. I clung to my phone, pressing myself against a wall. His simple words carried the weight of raw fear, a child's heartbeat pounding against nature's overwhelming might. Many couldn't escape in time. Flooded streets, trapped cars, forcing people to huddle under bridges, in bus stops, or inside any standing shops. The wind's howl mingled with cries and screams, a haunting symphony of a city under siege. As the storm subsided, meteorological experts surveyed the wreckage. A Foshan Tornado Center researcher noted, "The destruction is unmistakable. Twisted roofs, steel, and concrete bear the scars of ferocious multi-directional winds. We're still analyzing, but this is among the most violent tornadoes ever recorded on Guangdong's coast." Scientists trace the disaster to Typhoon Boaloi's outer circulation, fresh from devastating the Philippines and central Vietnam. As it collided with a weak northern cold front, Zhangjiang became a crucible for multiple tornadoes on September 29th. Though the typhoon weakened over northern Laos, its remnants drenched Guangxi, Yunnan, and Guangdong with heavy rain, floods, and landslides. Zhangjiang, caught in the typhoon's northeast quadrant, prime for violent spiral rain bands, saw funnels erupt in seconds, turning the city into a vortex of chaos. China helpless, swarm of giant tornadoes devastates Guangdong, China. Witness the raw power in the new video here.